What's up, y'all? This is Rom coming back at you with yet another car video. Life game, y'all. To win in life, you have to look within. Yeah, to win in life, you got to look within. Within, not outside of yourself. And even for those who will say, because every time I say something like this, they'll say, well, God put it within you. Okay? God put it within you. Or however you choose to worship Supreme Being. Look, here's the thing, y'all. Here's the thing. Every man got it within him to win in life. But, unfortunately, we live in a culture, a society where we're not taught to look within. But that's where the power is. Within every man. You got it in you. You got it within you. Good Lord, somebody moving. That's one of those big ass trucks that get a car up in there. Anyway, right? Every man got it within them to win in life, to do well. Shit. Let me wipe off my glasses. You know, whatever you want in life. And regardless of your physical stature, regardless of how your facial features, heck, even sometimes regardless of any neurological, what would be considered issues, because I've seen stories of those on the autism spectrum, or even have, you know, something like Down syndrome, be successful business people. You know? Yeah, you got some successful actors who are admittedly on the spectrum. Heck, Elon Musk said he's on the spectrum. So, look at his success. But see, the thing is to look within you and find the gifts, find the power. For those who like Dragon Ball Z, because I used to watch that a lot. I remember when Goku was telling Trunks and Goten how to get to Super Saiyan 3. And he's like, you got to look within. And that's with everything. Let me tell y'all a story, because I thought about something. Because I'm going to tell you what, I'm one of those people, I always learn from life. I always learn from life, right? I always learn what to do, where to go, from just simply living life. But this was actually from a sports game, man. You know what? One thing I'll say about sports, even if you don't play like in a formal league or something like that, you can always learn something. You can always learn something. Now, this ain't going to be long because I don't have to belabor this point. This ain't going to be one of my longer car videos. But, look, I remember, back in, this was in the late 80s. I, you know, graduated St. Joe's, started graduate level education at American University. And, you know, I was playing on this intramural football team. And, you know, we were in the playoffs. And I remember we were in the Final Four of the playoffs. And we played this team called the Men's Irish Club. Men's Irish Club. MACK for short. And that's what they called it. So don't get anyone of Irish, don't get mad at me. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. That's what they called it. Most of them were more Irish. Big old Irish dudes. You know, those big old Irish dudes, they don't play. And I remember most of them. Now some of them weren't, but I remember we played against them. Now, they were an interesting team. See, we were playing in this intramural league, school intramural league, and it was a flag football league, but flag football is usually non-contact. They allow for contact. So it was brutal. I mean, we were physically hitting each other. It was a combination of rough touch and flag, 8-man football. And I remember when we played the Men's Irish Club, you know, they were fast. They were fast, and they were big, strong, and fast. But they didn't have a quarterback, so they used to run an option. So, and they get like 8-9 yards an option. And, you know, in the league, you typically, the longest you had to go for a first down, how they set up the fields and everything was like 20 yards. And they get it. They would get it. They were averaging like about 3 touchdowns a game running an option. Had this Asian dude as a quarterback. He had his socks pulled up, but he was like big old dude. But he was running that option. He could pitch. That dude could pitch the ball. But anyway, we played them, and that was the most brutal football game I played. And I played some stuff in pads, and that was the most brutal football game. It was straight hit. Y'all know how I always say, if a detractor have problems with me, let's go in the pit. After going the whole game hitting these guys, because I was playing, like, on offense, I'd be playing guard, defense, defensive end. So it was utterly brutal. It was the most brutal game. And it was a classic. We beat them 7-6. We beat them 7-6. They had a 6-0. We beat them 7-6. We got the go-ahead touchdown on a straight QB dive. And the QB came right behind me. And I pushed this big old dude, like physically bigger than me. He would end up becoming a federal agent. Because me and a lot of guys on that team became real cool because, you know, even though I wasn't Irish and stuff, I ended up playing with them a couple years later. But that's another story. But, I mean, it was brutal. And, I mean, I was in pain. I was in pain. Now, this team, they were younger than us. Because the team I was on was all graduate students. And some of them, we had a couple guys in their 30s on the team. You know, that's why I say don't fuck with anybody older. And these guys, shoot, they were all in their 20s, supposedly at the peak of their strength and everything. And it was, I mean, we were just straight hitting. We were straight hitting, but it wasn't hateful or it wasn't anything like that. But it was straight full force. Full force. Imagine just running into somebody full force for a whole period. Not some light shit. Because, you know, to stop their option game, shoot, we packed it in. We packed it in and dared them to throw. Even our corners and everything came in. But the thing was, we just reached within. In that game, I reached within. Because after the game, their players were like, hold up, we got y'all back for the championship. We got y'all back for the championship. We didn't win the championship, and, you know, and the quarterback even said, because we were on the 2-yard line, and the quarterback said he should have just ran right behind me. But the thing was, that's how much respect it was. It was a straight power hitting, but we had to dig within. I had to dig within. I'm going against these guys bigger than me. Physically bigger than me, stronger than me. These are guys who could throw up 300-400 pounds, and at the time, I wasn't in the body game. I would have had trouble throwing up 135. But I just dug within and just kept boom, 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 right? And that was a powerful lesson. I mean, I was sore for 2 days, but I mean, we just dug within. And going through life, you got to dig within. That's a lesson just for life. Because, look, first of all, sometimes people, you know, they get on here and they say, well, I'm this height, or I'm this weight, or I don't look like this, or I grew up here, or I did this. Sometimes some guys even along that racial thing and stuff. Man, fuck all that. Life doesn't really give you shit. Life doesn't give you shit. Alright? Just saw a Corvette go by. Not Corvette, Corvette go by. I always call it that. But life don't give you shit. Sometimes you gotta fight through it. Sometimes it's going to give you lemons. What do? You make some lemonade. Shoot, make a lemon pie, lemon meringue pie. Shoot, make some lemon ice cream. You just do what you got, but you just take within, because I'm gonna tell you what, everybody got it within them. Just the fact you are alive means you got it within you. And you gotta want something so bad. Now, this go beyond getting women. Yeah, you gotta have that attitude dealing with women, because ultimately, I don't care what you look like, how much money you have or don't have, women want winners. In fact, that's why you here, because your sperm had to beat out other sperm. That's how deep it is, if you really think about it. In fact, the way women are set up, 5 men can ejaculate in her, one right after the other, and a sperm still gotta win. A sperm still gotta win. All right? And just go with the analogy. Don't come in here talking about some high counter shit. I'm gonna block you. Seriously, because a lot of people, let me just say this real quick. A lot of guys really don't want to listen, so they try to be sarcastic and all of that. That's a sign of weakness. If you ain't feeling the message, just don't say anything. Hell, block me. But that's the thing. The whole point of that whole message was, from the time you were conceived, you're the result of winning. So you got it within you. Every single one of y'all got it within you. But sometimes you're going to have to go, over something. But that's how just life is. Everybody, you don't get anything. If you look at, like it's a writing device. As a, my main thing is still being a writer. And there's a writing device that they've used for several winning movies. It's a formula. It's called the hero's journey. It's based on mythology and everything. And, they'll have it in different spiritual systems, if you want to call it mythology, stories. If you look at, like, many Hollywood blockbusters, they'll have that hero's journey, where the hero will start off at a certain point. Then he or she, we'll say he, that's a men's channel, will go through some trials and tribulations. They will go to a dark place. They will even go to a dark place. They'll go to their lowest. But then part of their journey is to fight through that. And to fight through that loneliness. Fight through that low point. And then come back with the prize. Hell, they even had that. And if you look at the Wizard of Oz, that was a hero's journey. And they check it in the Wizard of Oz, how deep it was, right? Dorothy had to go all that to get home. And she had to even go to a dark place. She had to go to the witch's castle. And, and even some she thought would get her home, the wizard, he left without her. But what happened, though? The Glinda, the good witch, came and said, well, hold up. You always had it within you to go home. You already had the shoes. And that's every single person. Every single person got something within them. Every single man got something within them. And for the ladies listening, y'all too. But, my mission is really to help, really help the men. And ladies, sometimes, look, let me say something about that. Sometimes ladies say, well, we need stuff too. Okay, but after y'all get your shit together, y'all need the men, right? So let me work on them, all right? But anyway, every single man got it within him. That's why whatever you want to do in life, you already got it within. You already got some skill. The thing is, you got to look in the mirror. You gotta have that mirror talk. Shout out C Boogie. You gotta have that mirror talk. You gotta look within, see what you need to do. When I look at my level of success now, because I got degrees and stuff I don't even use now. And I look back at it and I wish someone had told me when I was young what I just needed to do. I wish somebody had said, look, what's your skill at? And I look back at it, and I had signs of it then. But everything I'm doing now, I could have been doing back in the 80s. But I didn't see it. Don't make that same mistake. Don't spend that much amount of time, all right? Look within. What are your skills? What do you like to do? What are you good at? Because I'm going to say this, regardless of your skill. Before, I said before, talked about this. He said, yeah, you might not make that much money, but hold up. Maybe your skill is such that, yeah, it might not start out that way, but you might have it within you. Create a whole new industry. You're going to create something. And really, it goes beyond money, because one of the key things that men need, any man needs, any human being needs, is satisfaction with their life. Which is more powerful than money. And you got it within you, but you got to look within. If your life ain't going the way you want, you got to look within. And yeah, you got to deal with some stuff. You might have to get some healing. You might have to, really talk with some people. But really, even with them talking with you, it's really to help you. Because if you look at therapists, really all they doing is getting you to see what you need to see within yourself. They'll give you some suggestions, but they're successful when you are within yourself. You look within yourself and say, oh, wait, I can do this. That's where the power is. You got to dig deep within yourself. And, you want life, you want to win in life. Okay, what is it within yourself you can do to win? What skills do you have? What talents you have? The Bible talks about that. And I'm going to just use that one example. I ain't promoting any system. But the Bible talks about that, about like expressing your talents. Expressing your talents and everything. You know? Other spiritual systems talk about that. Shoot. That expresses it. African traditional religion will talk about being on your incarnation objective or your purpose in life. I don't care what. But this is what you're supposed to do. It is what you're supposed to do. And it's already within you. It's already within you. But you got to want it. You got to want it. Because let's be real. Somebody ain't going to like help you succeed. And when I say that, they ain't going to tell you exactly what to do. They'll give you their perspective. And shoot, even myself, I can say, yeah, I can say I want you to succeed, but you have to want you to succeed. And that's what I mean. That nobody can really tell you. I can tell you, I can give you a perspective. I can give you encouragement, but you ain't going nowhere unless you want to do it. And that's whatever you want in life. Whether you want women, you just want money, whatever you want. You want property, whatever you want. You look within yourself and you got it. You got it. You know, as you go through this thing called life, or you following what I'm talking about. All I'm here to do is remind you who you are. And you got to know yourself before anything else. You want to win, you want to do whatever you want to do. And it's up to you. I can't tell you what you need to do because you know yourself. Nobody can tell you. Most I can do is say, just keep going. You know? I can't tell you because I remember I had one dude, he was an older dude. He was asking me what he should be doing and stuff. I said, I don't know you, man. What do you want to do? Go ahead and do it. You know? Just go ahead and do it. And yeah, you might not make a lot of money from it. Okay, go do something else to bring in the money. That's your day job. Your main job is whatever you want to do, whatever you want to win at. And shoot, I know a lot of guys, they come on this side about winning with women. If you know yourself enough, if a man knows himself enough, he can get women easily. Because he'll know what it is about himself that not so much as what women like, but which women he's good with. Which women respond to him. And because then the woman who responds to him is really a reflection of him. So he go within himself. He will get women. He builds himself. He'll get women that will reflect that. Will reflect that. That's power. That's why I say that's yet another reason I'm going on women, because the power if men want women to change out here, he got to change himself. Because if he's encountering 20 bad women, only thing they got in common is him. So that's it. If we're talking about success, money, and stuff like that, what's stopping you from making money? There's plenty of jobs. I don't give a shit about, look, I'm going to tell you something now. I know there's a lot of stuff, recessions and businesses closing and all of that. Please. I was talking with a lady friend last night. She's in the business. She know who she is. Yeah. But, and she's building a business and stuff. So we be talking business and everything. And I was just saying some stuff. I was like, it's so much out here. It's so much out here business-wise, money-wise, it's jobs-wise. I've said I had 1,000 jobs despite my education. I worked retail. And you know what? Somebody say, well, it's just retail. You know what? I worked long enough on there. I could set up, probably set. If I chose to, all I would need is a right partner. Just probably set up a whole, like, national retail stores or something like that. This shit's ridiculously easy. I already got it in my mind what I want to do. Heck, if I was 20 years younger, I probably would just go do it. But kind of want to chill now. I kind of want to relax now. Still help people, but relax. And if I find the right crew, I'm going to just let them do it. They can have the money. I don't need it, Or maybe I just own it and just let them run it. But I just say, okay, y'all do this, this, and this. Y'all run it. I'll make sure y'all get paid, Because it's out here. But that's because looking within. That is looking within. Oh, yeah, every single one of y'all got it. Every single one of y'all. I don't care what. And, honestly, that's a reason why some people will come on here like whining or saying this or that, and they don't get a response from me. If I'm generous, I just remove the comment. If I ain't feeling like it, I'll just block it. I don't want to hear it. I'm not sympathetic towards that. Because if people really knew some of the shit I went through in life, really, this is a lot of shit I don't say. I throw out a little some stuff here and there, but y'all know, seen some of the shit I went through, y'all realize it's like, hold up, man. If I can get through some shit, anybody can. Anybody can. All right? You know? And trust me, I've been called every name in the book, been picked on, bullied. Yeah. Yeah. And actually, that was a good thing, too, because then all of a sudden, I started throwing that fist back, and I said, oh, okay. Yeah. You know? Yeah. And that was my trial. Yeah. People afraid to step to me now. So, you know. But had to go through that trial, look within. I didn't ask anybody to take up for me. I said, hold up, I'm gonna stop this myself. Boom. And everybody, like, no excuses, nothing. And I've said you gotta genetically engineer somebody to hold me down. Every single one of y'all gotta have that same attitude. Alright? So this is about winning in life, man. You know, the women, that's the commercial to the main program. Nothing against women, but ultimately that's the commercial. Man's first relationship got to be with himself, you know, and his mission. And I got some more coming on that next week. Because y'all noticed lately, I've been talking more and more about a man building himself up. Because if a man build himself up, the money, lifestyle, the happiness, the women all fall into place, you know. If you got to be like that sun, planets orbit the sun, so you got to be that sun, and then you draw everything else to you. Yeah. So anyway, though, I got to go in here, get some stuff. Y'all have a great day. Y'all have, every single one of y'all have a great day. And I want y'all to rise and transform, all right? Peace and blessings, everyone.